Hey guys, and welcome back to 59Gaming. Today we have another interview for you. His name is ClercBear. He runs a podcast. He's a huge gamer. And what's going on, man? How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Gotcha.
No, absolutely, absolutely. So primarily you do console stuff for 59,
Yeah,
correct?
yeah. That's what I've been brought in to do is kind of help build the console branch of 59, whether that's Xbox, PlayStation, or Nintendo. I'll try and help wherever I can, help build the brand a little.
Very cool, very cool. So you guys, if you guys have not seen ClercBear before, he has been in a couple of videos already, and definitely check out his content. Do you primarily Twitch, YouTube, or what do
I
you specify in?
So me specifically, the biggest thing I put my time into is synced up podcast. That's something me and my friend do on YouTube, and it's available on like all podcasting platforms, whatever you're looking for. And then I stream occasionally on twitch.tv/ClercBear, but mostly the synced up stuff.
Very cool, very cool. So guys, definitely check out the homie ClercBear's podcast over on the YouTubes. I'm sure there'll be a link in the description to the website, and it will be linked there. So definitely go ahead
For
and
sure.
check it out. And then let's go ahead and jump into the actual interview today.
Yes, sir.
Since you are a gamer, the first thing that I have here for you is, what is your favorite gaming franchise?
My favorite gaming franchise. I feel like this is probably a popular answer you get. I haven't seen all of the interviews, but I bet it's in a bunch of them. For me, it's gonna be Pokemon. It's just where I started, and it's where I've stayed. I've gone through a lot of phases, I guess you'd call them, whether it was being an Xbox fanboy, a PlayStation fanboy, but that whole time I always held on to Pokemon and handheld gaming. So definitely Pokemon for me. I've loved that IP for 25, I guess, yeah, 25th anniversary is coming up, 25 years. I'm excited for what they got coming down the pipeline. So definitely Pokemon for me.
Very cool, very cool. And I do, you did mention Spider-Man a little bit when we first started. Is Spider-Man a big time favorite for you?
Oh, I enjoy Spider-Man too. Specifically
The PlayStation
the
2 version?
yeah.
Yeah,
And then
one of the
I also
best.
like the new games too. Spider-Man for PS4 and then also Miles Morales are both
Very
good.
cool.
And excited about the movie too.
Yeah, me too. Cannot
We'll-
wait for that movie.
We'll talk about that eventually.
Yeah, 100%, 100%. So we were talking a bit before, which is kind of cool. I didn't know that you were into gacha games. So you told me that you have primarily been playing Dokkan. So how did you get into Dokkan Battle?
Dokkan. How did I get into it, man? I'm sure I was just looking for a game to download on the Google Play Store or whatever, and I found it. I played it for a little bit. I think I played for like maybe a couple 100 days or something like that, and then I kind of gave up. Not gave up, but like just stopped playing. And then I met a friend at work who played Dokkan. I was like, oh my gosh, I had never met anybody else who played Dokkan before. I'd seen a couple YouTubers, but that was really it. And so he got me back into it, and that was like a year and a half ago, maybe 2 years at this point. And so ever since then, I've been playing, really enjoying it. Dokkan's been, a connecting thing for all of us here. Like you and I wouldn't be talking if it wasn't for Dokkan, because I wouldn't know of 59Gaming. So I have some appreciation for it deep down.
Very true, very true. Awesome, man. No, I appreciate that. No, it's cool that you've been playing for such a long time,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm a little surprised. So you decided to do the podcast stuff and a bit of Twitch. So you never made Dokkan Battle content?
No, I love the game. I love to play it, but it never felt like my niche, not something I could delve into. And then I've also felt like, gotcha content. I'm a college student, at the end of the day. I don't want to, dish out funds right now for a gotcha game.
Very
But,
fair.
yeah, so I dove into something that was more a little accessible to me, and something I enjoyed almost just as much, which was console gaming. So, and talking
Awesome.
about games. That's the biggest thing. I can talk about video games all day. So,
Very cool, man. Very cool. Awesome, awesome. So next question actually is going back into normal video games. Is there any type of games that you want to cover on the channel in the future? I do know that you mentioned Pokemon, and I know you've talked about Spider-Man, a little bit of Halo. Is there any other big time franchises you would like to cover?
oh man, Pokemon, of course, yeah, big one. I could probably name almost all 800 something of them. So of course I'd love to be involved with content with that. I don't know, man, dude. These days I've kind of just gotten into anything. The video games are just exciting, so I'm down to talk about whatever's new and cool and invigorating, and bringing something new to the culture of gaming. or the environment around it. So I'm excited to talk about just gaming in general, especially in the past couple of years. Because like I said earlier, I went through phases where I was like, I'm a Microsoft fanboy. I'm just gonna talk about this. I'm just gonna play games from Microsoft. Did the same thing with Nintendo for a couple of years. But now it's just like, I'm missing out if I don't really stop the kind of tribalism and just enjoy all of them. So that's what I hope to bring to the channel too, is engagement into all these franchises, not just one or two.
Awesome. No, very cool, man. And I can't wait to see you covering these games in the future. I know you have a lot in store, so we cannot wait to see it. So this next question goes more into Dragon Ball once again. So you originally started playing Dokkan. What time period in your life did you actually start watching Dragon Ball?
Oh, okay. Dude, ever since I can remember, I had to have been like 1 or 2. My dad, he was into Dragon Ball. And so when I was young, so I'm like 22, so 20 years ago, I think that's when it was probably popping in the US. He was in the Navy, and when he would come home, we'd catch up on like all the Dragon Ball shows together. And I remember, just watching that with my dad. And that kind of stayed with us for years. I was at college when Dragon Ball Super, I think, was airing. And I came back home from college, and we watched some of the Japanese dub together. So I've always been into it because of my dad. And so it's just cool to have that connection. So I've been into Dragon Ball since I can remember, man. It's like Pokemon for me. Those two franchises have been the biggest part of my life. So
very cool, man. Awesome. No, and I definitely hope to see you doing some Dragon Ball content on the channel one of these days. That would be pretty neat.
Who knows? It'd be cool to I think we talked about doing like a historical analysis of Dragon Ball and gaming. I think that'd be cool. Something like that.
That's a beautiful idea. I'm super down. That would be awesome. That'd be real cool, man. All right. So this next question, typically it goes to a lot of creators on what's some of your advice for small creators and why the name ClercBear for your YouTube channel.
Oh, okay. So I'm not a big streamer, big Twitcher, I don't got much advice besides, stay consistent. And that's just in life, man. If you can kind of develop a good schedule and stay consistent on it, you'll just see results, man. Things will come eventually, and you just got to be prepared for opportunities that come down the line. I think that's the biggest advice I can give, is just be prepared and be consistent in your schedule. Why ClercBear? Oh, okay. So at least for my Twitch, ClercBear is the go-to, and for my gamer tag, I think is what you're calling it. My dad, this is another story of my dad, because of course we share the same last name. So I took this nickname from him when he was in the Navy. I think it was a boot camp or whatever. It's actually pronounced like Claire, but I'm so used to hearing Clark that it's like kind of also become it. That he last name's Claire, and then his drill sergeant whatever started calling him ClercBear, and then everyone else around him started calling him ClercBear. So he kind of passed that down to me, and I was like, okay, that's a good name. I'll run with that instead of having like my name and my birth date and my gamer tag. I was like, I got to go with something that's a little less revealing. So that's just how I ended up using that.
Awesome, man. I appreciate you so much for sharing that information. And it does not matter how big a creator is, you can always come up with some great advice. So I definitely appreciate you letting us know. Consistency is a huge factor in content creation. So the next one that I have for you here, it's how long have you actually been playing video games for?
Oh, how old am I? 22, I think. Yeah. So 22 years probably. No, probably 20 years, I think. Because my dad was a gamer. He was playing PlayStation and Nintendo 64. So he got me into it very young. So I probably as young as I can remember. So 2 or 3 years old. I'm trying to remember what the first thing I vividly remember playing was, and I think it had to be like the original Game Boy. Either the original Game Boy or the Game Boy Color, along with Pokemon Blue. It's one of the first vivid memories I have of gaming as a child. So way back.
Awesome, dude. Yeah, no, I definitely started around, I was like maybe 4 is when my dad got me an N64. That was like one of the main ones that I started off with. So no, very cool. That's man. Dope. And then me too. Yeah, it was dope. Then the last question I had for you is, what are some of your big time plans for 59Gaming?
Big time plans, Man, it's just I want to see this channel grow into something big and beautiful, and something that can, there's something for everyone to watch. But part of that begins with growing this channel outside of just being, gacha content almost. So I very much want to help build the console side of this, the more broader sense of gaming in general, and just help improve the content and stuff like that. So I'm just excited to help make things better if I can, So at the end of the day, I just want to see 59 succeed, and I'm gonna try my best to make sure that happens.
Awesome, dude. Awesome. And I'm very happy to have you on board with all of us at 59. And to everybody who's watching, definitely give ClercBear some love over on his podcast. On this video, I don't think we've had a proper introduction to you yet. So welcome aboard anyways. I know you have been in a couple of videos, but I definitely want to give you that warm welcome to everybody who's watching. Definitely give ClercBear some love. Of course, man. Of course. The website link will be in the description for all his socials and all that, so definitely go harass him about gaming, ask him a bunch of questions, ask him why he loves Spider-Man 2 for the PlayStation 2, because it is probably one of the best Spider-Man games of all time. And it was a pleasure getting to know you, Clerk, and everybody who's watching. It's a pleasure for us to be here for you guys, and hope you guys enjoy these interviews and you enjoy all these amazing content creators. We're gonna go ahead and sign off here, but would you like to close off with anything, Clerk?
No, I'm just excited to, be involved with you guys. So, and I'm excited to keep pumping out content. So, I appreciate everyone giving me an opportunity around here, even the viewers too.
Of course. Well, like I said earlier, guys, give Clerk some love, and thank you all for watching all these interviews and all the content at the 59 channel. At the time of recording this video, we are at 15,500 subs. It's crazy. I don't know when this video is going to go up, but maybe when it does, we'll be past that. We'll be at that 16, 17 mark. We have no idea when these are. It's a pretty big grayer for me. I don't know. So we're gonna go ahead and wrap up. Again, thank you guys so much. Good. Definitely check out the link tree for the 59Gaming. All the social medias are in there. Make sure to follow everything that we have for 59Gaming and stay up to date with all the stuff that we have going on. I am Gacha Talks. This is ClercBear. We're gonna go ahead and sign off. We'll see you guys in the next one. Take care, everybody, and peace out.
Bye.